While you've been busy watching your favorite creators do their thing on YouTube, secretly in the background, private equity has been slowly consuming more and more of this online real estate. It started with a channel or two, and now that it's caught the attention of large money, it's accelerating at a staggeringly high rate, and soon enough, YouTube as you know it will never be the same. Today we're going to explore private equity's takeover of YouTube, what it means for the future, and why you should be concerned. What's up everybody, and welcome back to another video. To kick off the week, we're going to talk about how private equity has gotten its dirty little paws into the YouTube space. I try to post up to 5 times a week on a variety of topics, so if that's something that interests you, consider subscribing to the channel. With that, let's get straight into it. It's important that we start off by understanding what private equity even is. Private equity is a type of investment where firms or individuals buy ownership in companies, often using a mix of their own money and borrowed funds. Unlike public companies, private equity firms invest in private companies or buy out public ones, taking them off the stock market. The goal of private equity is usually to take control of the company, make changes to improve its profitability, and then sell it later for a higher price. But to make a bigger profit, private equity firms often cut costs, lay off employees, or restructure the business entirely. That's why you might notice a change in how a company operates or how its content feels after it's been taken over by private equity. So these people are essentially the house flippers of businesses. They're looking for a quick and easy buck, and as of recently, their eyes have turned to YouTube channels. One of the bigger examples that happened recently is the buyout of Donut Media. If you don't know what Donut is, they're an automotive YouTube channel that has amassed a large and dedicated following, with their widely popular and entertaining hosts being a large reason for its growth. They were founded in 2015 and they even won a Streamy Award in 2019. But 2018 was really their big breakout, which was largely due to its Up to Speed series with James Pumphrey. During that time that the series was going on, this was around the time that Donut Media moved to a very sustainable channel. On November 9th, 2021, Donut Media was purchased by a company called Recurrent Ventures. They are a digital media company and they have a decent footprint in the automotive space. Over the next 3 years, things would begin to change at Donut Media. Things that the beloved hosts started to resent. In June of 2024, 2 of Donut's hosts, Jeremiah and Zach, left Donut Media to start a new YouTube channel by themselves. And their large following was proven, as within just about a month of starting their own channel, they already had over 1 million subscribers. Only about a month later, James Pumphrey, who's perhaps the most recognizable host due to his character and humor, also decided to leave Donut and start his own channel. Donut, of course, has continued to post videos without these hosts, but it does seem like they have taken a bit of a hit in viewership since the host left. Similar deals are happening all over YouTube. At the end of 2023, Electrify Video Partners raised $85 million to invest solely in YouTube channels. So why is this even happening, and why are these people leaving their channels after being bought? Well, clearly, private equity only exists to make money. And their analysts have figured out that some of these YouTube channels have high margin profits and low operating costs. These companies want to buy up a channel, cut as much cost as possible, grow the channel as fast as possible, and then sell it to the highest bidder. But it doesn't seem to be working out that way. Why? Because the hosts, which is what the actual following of these channels is attached to, keep leaving the company after the channel is bought out. There are many reasons why someone might want to leave their channel, and creativity is one of them. When a channel starts out, it's super small, probably only has a few people involved, and the people who create the content for the channel have all of the say on the creative direction of the channel. When private equity comes in, they're looking to make the channel as profitable as possible. And by doing this, a lot of times this will cause people to butt heads within the channel. The guys in the suits have never filmed a video in their lives and don't understand anything about actually running a channel, but attempt to force the hosts in a certain direction because they see it as more profitable. The entire reason that person started their channel, to be creative, be their their own boss and post whatever they want is gone after being bought out. Those hosts have little to no creative control over their channel when someone new steps in. The other reason these people are leaving their channels is also the biggest, in my opinion. These people running very large channels have already amassed a huge following of their own. Through other apps like Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, sometimes these hosts have millions of followers. It would be extremely easy for them to go start their own channel, advertise it on their other socials, and be up and running in no time at all. And this is exactly what happened with the two new channels born out of the Donut Media buyout: Big Time and Speed. In addition to the existing followers, think about the entry barrier into YouTube. You need a camera, a computer, and an idea to get started. There's a lot that goes into a YouTube channel, but at least to start out, it's incredibly easy, and you could probably do it for a few $100. The barrier to entry is incredibly low. These guys are all realizing that they no longer have to take home a tiny piece of the cookie because a huge company owns them. They can start their own channel and take the entire cookie for themselves. This is true not only for the creative control of the channel, but for the revenue it generates as well. As private equity continues to invade this space, you'll see this pattern pop up more and more with larger channels on YouTube. A channel gets bought, they go on as normal for a little while, people behind the scenes start making changes, and then the original people of that channel start to leave and create their own channels. This brings both positive and negative side effects. On the positive note, it gives the viewers a chance to support their favorite creators directly when they go start their own channel. On the negative side, we will continue to see some of our favorite channels suffer a drop in quality in an attempt to suck as much money out of the viewers as possible. The content that you love on that channel will no longer be controlled by your favorite creator, but by some guy in a suit crunching numbers in his office. I think we're going to see private equity continue to attack this space, but I do think it will end if the original creators play their cards right. These guys are looking for profit, and if they begin to buy up a bunch of channels to try and flip them, and then the original hosts leave, that channel will most definitely see a drop in views and revenue. What private equity doesn't seem to realize is that the true revenue of a YouTube channel isn't actually tied to the channel itself, but the person running it. Their fans will follow them wherever they go. Eventually, these massive companies will figure this out, but I don't think it's going to be right away. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next couple of years we start to see this more and more until they realize it's not actually a good investment. When the talent leaves the channel, the viewers do too, and the money goes right along with them. So if you're running your own channel, don't sell it to private equity. If you work for a large channel that gets bought up, take that leap and leave and go do your own thing. In time, things will even out. Private equity already infects most of our lives. They own hundreds of thousands of homes to artificially inflate prices. They're the reason your rent keeps going up every year. They would even control the air you breathe if they could. Take a stand against these people and keep YouTube a space for independent creators. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. If you'd like to support the channel, don't forget to like the video and consider subscribing. With that, we'll see you guys tomorrow.